Off a bit.
No, couldn't.
1814, Crossroads number 3685, part 1, take 1. Say again, Steve.
Hello.
Hi.
Should I order another cup?
No, thank you. I'm seeing Kate Hamilton in a few minutes. So, good afternoon, David.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Miss Moran. There's a stock sheet somewhere there.
There's a happy-looking man.
He does look rather down about something.
Probably his wife.
Oh, I don't think she's the sort of woman who would
Who would what?
upset her husband's illusion of marriage,
By playing around?
if you like.
Well, she's a very attractive woman. Don't you feel that she'd be offered sufficient opportunity?
Very attractive women, Richard, don't have to grab every opportunity going.
Well, that is very perceptive of you. Well, if it isn't Mrs. Hunter that's stepping out of line, it must be David. He seems to have been caught doing it.
And it seems to have pleased you.
Didn't you know that Kate Hamilton is absolutely crazy about it?
That's fine. Thank you.
What's all this barroom gossip got to do with me?
Very well, let's get down to brass tacks. The letter, did you show it to your solicitor?
Yes, this morning.
And?
He said the intention my father expressed in the letter to cut Kate Hamilton out of the will wouldn't invalidate it.
Is that all he said?
No, he said he wanted to consider whether or not to show it to the police. And I told him that whatever he thought was legally right, he should do it, and do it without any further reference to me.
Then he'll show it to the police?
Yes. And where will that get me?
Well, it depends where it gets Kate Hamilton. In prison or in the clear for good.
And where will it get you? Come on, Richard, what's your part in this?
Well, you've a bright mind. State what seems most obvious to it. Well, come along, young woman.
If the police decide that Kate Hamilton was involved in my father's death, she won't get the casino. As next of kin, I will. And if I decide not to sell it off, I just might appoint you as the manager. Obvious enough?
It'll do for afternoon tea.
She didn't like it. I could tell she didn't like it. I mean, what's she going to do? I mean, she might tell us all to leave. And I wouldn't want that. I mean, that van's nice, yeah, but we need our jobs, don't we, all of us?
Now, don't panic.
What?
Let them make the first move.
Oh, they'll do that all right. They say, here's your cards on your bike, mate.
They can't. They won't. Look at the mess they'd be in. Without a chief engineer and a genius on the telephone.
Yeah, and me.
They'd grind to a halt.
Yeah.
Well, I say shelve it.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good idea, so we cancel each other out.
What?
That leaves it up to you, doesn't it?
Me?
Now then, which way would you vote? If you had the choice now, right, to carry on or to jack it all in, which way would you go?
I like Savan.
Yeah, I vote he likes the van. So that makes you a half a vote down, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm not prepared to jump into the fire.
Where's your gambling instinct?
I play safe, mate.
And where's that got you? Tell me. Do you want to do this all your life, eh? Clock on, clock off. Just carry a wage every week, right? Instead of having part of the action. Is that what you want?
It's what I know. It's what I'm used to.
Oh, so what's so good about it?
Why I eat regular?
Listen, I could give up on you. If you weren't such a nice fella, I could give up on you right now. We got a good idea here. We don't want you backing out. You agreed to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good idea.
There you are. We made a start already, see? And when we got money invested in this, right, all we need is the bottle to carry it through.
Yeah, it's all right saying that.
Okay, you tell me then. Okay, point the flaws to me and we'll talk about them, okay?
Look, I'm not saying it's not a good idea, Sid.
What you are saying, it's a good idea, but you don't want to carry it through. Now, is there any sense in that? Look, let them play it the way they want to play it, okay? If they had any sense, they'd let us just do our whack here and in the night build their own business up, okay? If they want to play it rough, it's okay by us. But we got to be solid on this, Mac, otherwise there's no point.
Well, it looks like if we're in it together.
Bye, Miss Johnson.
Oh, Jill, Kate Hamilton doesn't seem to have been on duty all afternoon. Will she be on tonight instead?
You want about the cutlery stocking?
Yes, well, either she or Barbara Hunter ought to
Look,
be
I
overseeing.
think you'll be able to consult Kate this evening. I've just seen Richard Lord is in the bar, and that usually means he's coming to keep an appointment with her.
Or Miss Moran?
Hmm?
Richard Lord is having a very late afternoon tea for one with her.
And what's that to you?
Not half as much as it might be to Kate Hamilton, I'd say.
I am not discussing Kate Hamilton with you, Paul Ross.
Miss Moran went to see a solicitor this morning. Where did Kate Hamilton go this afternoon? Another solicitor?
That would be a very sharp connection, if true, Paul.
Is it true?
Well, I suppose you're going to nose it out anyway. Yes.
You see then.
Do I?
Miss Moran goes to a solicitor. He takes action. Kate Hamilton's solicitor is informed of that action. He calls her in instantly to see her, keeps her there all afternoon.
And who informs Kate Hamilton's solicitor of the action taken by Miss Moran's? You?
No, the police.
I've seen you hanging around that girl. If you have any influence with her, will you do one thing for me?
Mm-hmm.
Just warn her off tormenting Kate Hamilton. And warn yourself off, too.
Afternoon. Has Mrs. Hamilton arrived back yet?
No, she hasn't. And finally, Paul Ross, you can warn him off as well.
And what sparked that off?
She seems to have developed the odd notion that you and I are running in harness.
Yes, that is an odd notion, isn't it?
Who is it?
It's me. Ashley.
Oh, come in. Oh, flaked out there.
All right for some, isn't it?
Funny, I never used to be able to do that, you know. Have a cat nap. Could never settle, I suppose. Being out east, the afternoon, you kind of get the habit.
You're getting old.
Oh, thank you very much. We all right for time?
Yeah, shop. Well, I say sure. I got held up at the station.
What trouble?
Oh, kids. They got caught setting fire to some bonfires prematurely last week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just read them the riot act.
Do any good?
One can only hope.
Well, it wouldn't have stopped you, would it, eh? God, you used to be mad about bonfire night, didn't you?
Ah, big night of the year.
Yeah. Do you remember that school do we had in the middle of the big field? Eh? That was a night.
Knockout.
Because I supplied those fireworks, you know.
Yeah, you did mention it.
Yeah, well, a fellow I know was going bust, so I took a van full of Catherine wheels and rockets off his hands. I thought your headmaster's eyes were going to pop out of his head when he saw.
Oh, well, he was an impressionable fella, old Larkin. Then, of course, it could have been the bird.
Hmm? What bird?
The one you had with you.
No.
Did?
Can't have.
Fur coat, green dress, red hair.
What's that, an identikit picture?
Oh, there's more. 36, 24, 36.
What are you talking about?
That was the betting in the sixth form. And they were experts, you understand.
Oh, you're making all this up.
Oh, no, I'm not. Went down very big, your dad's crumpet. With some of them, that is. I mean, the Flash Harrys. With others, not so impressed. I took quite a bit of stick, really.
Geraldine. That was her name, Geraldine.
We weren't introduced.
Yeah, do you know that kid had never been to a bonfire party?
Oh, my heart breaks.
And when she heard about this one, she, well, sort of begged me to come along, you know, because she'd had a terrible life, you know. She started off in an orphanage.
Oh, pack it in, Dad.
What do you mean? It's the truth.
You don't have to cover the traces. Not this far on. What's the point? One of your popsies. I saw him by the carload. You were famous for it. I used to go along with it and laugh and take all the ribbon. Following in Father's footsteps. Now, that was always good for a laugh. Some kids actually envied me.
Did you really have as bad a time as all that? You never said anything.
What's a kid supposed to say to his dad about something like that? I tell you what I did do, though. I looked at Mum and worried my guts out for her.
Your mother was all right. Jennifer was always all right. Your one? No. Well, we're older and wiser now. I don't know if I could have been any different. Way I'm made, I suppose. But I certainly had no idea what it was doing to you. I'm sorry, Ash. A bit late, I know, but still. There you go. Still, one good thing. At least we can be absolutely honest with each other now, eh? I'll make it up to you, I promise. I can't undo it, I'm not saying that, but... Well, it's come as a bit of a blow to me that you've been, you know, all these years that you've been harbouring a cut. Such a good kid, too. I was always so proud of you.
You don't want to worry too much. You get hardened to it.
(1814) Crossroads number 3685, part 2, take 1.
Iris! What are you doing here?
Waiting for you. I thought you weren't going to make it in time.
Eh?
Look. Before Auntie Kath gets back and Uncle Arthur, there's something I've got to tell you, Kev. Glenn's with us.
She was?
I know she didn't want you to find out, and she made Auntie Kath promise not to let on, but I ain't made no promise, and I think the old thing's balmy anyway.
She's with you and Rose in London?
You've been there all the time. I can't think how you didn't tumble. And you always was a bit thick.
Oh, Iris. Oh, I could...
Oh, come on. Hurry up and get your skates on if you're interested.
Eh?
In catching a train.
I mean now, tonight.
Well, if you hurry up, we'll catch the next train from New Street, won't we?
All right, well, I'll have to let them know at work. We've got a rush job on.
Auntie Kath can do that in the morning. Tell them you come out in a nasty rash or something.
She's not going to be pleased with you, telling me.
Look, all she wants is to see you two back together again. It doesn't matter how it happens.
Do you think there's a chance? Every time she...
Kevin, I am sharing a room with Glenda. She is bawling her eyes out every night. Soon you get down there and sort her out, sooner I'll get my beauty sleep.
Oh, Iris, I could...
Now, come on, push off and get your packing done.
All right, where are you off to, then?
Let's go, Iris. She'll tell you.
Iris? What's all this, then?
Oh, hello, Uncle Arthur. I've just come for Glenda's gear and that.
Oh, yes.
All right, then. I've told him. He's coming back with me tonight.
About time somebody showed a bit of sense.
There's the directions, Mrs. Roberts. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Barbara, I've been looking for you or Kate Hamilton all afternoon.
Yes, well, I'm not in, actually.
If I am to conclude an excellent cutlery deal on very good terms, I need one of you to check it quickly against the general budget. Huh?
Yes, well, do it with her, will you?
Well, it's got to be done by the morning or else we'll lose a deal. I understand Kate Hamilton's conferring with Richard Lord on casino business tonight.
Yes,
so...
we'll do it with her then,
Well,
tomorrow.
I thought I just made it clear. Tomorrow will be too late.
Mr. Ross, please deal with Mrs. Hamilton. Ellie, I have a list of things being delivered on Friday. Yes. Here's the list for Mr. Hunter and my things, and also the address to send it to in London.
Well, when will you be back from London?
Oh, I think you'll notice as time goes by.
Oh, Mrs. Hamilton, I wonder if...
I'm sorry, I can't
It's
talk.
very important.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Paul? Is David Hunter in the office?
Yes.
Well, it's obvious that no normal business is going to be transacted for some time.
What?
Forget it, Paul.
I don't want to drink, thank you.
It'll steady you.
No! Where's Barbara?
I don't know. Gone shopping.
It's past 6 o'clock. She'll be back in a minute. She's probably back already.
Yes, she probably is.
Look, David, I've got to talk to you without interruptions. Come to my chalet, please.
I'll be careful what I say.
It's not what you say, it's what you keep quiet about. Don't go making promises. You'll see straight through that like a shot.
It's your last chance, Kevin. Don't mess it up. Do a bit of thinking.
Glenda told me you're on her side about having this test tube baby. I think that's great, Uncle Arthur.
Yes, well, nothing to make a fuss about. Move with the times.
Yeah. Some people are so old-fashioned, you wouldn't credit it, would you?
Closed minds, Artis. That's the trouble. Been the same right down through the centuries.
All right.
If you think we're getting at you, you're right.
You know it's the answer, Kevin, so come to terms with it.
And it's not much hassle, is it, Kevin? Think what it'll mean to her.
I've done nothing but think about it for the past few weeks. Now give it a rest.
You haven't said anything definite that your solicitor told you.
Haven't I?
No, you haven't. You merely said, without explanation, that the police have reopened the inquiry. You didn't even say your solicitor told you that.
Well, he did.
Did he say why?
He's been formally advised that Georgina Moran has produced a letter. The letter that you know about, the letter everybody knows about.
And the police are proceeding merely on that.
It was the factor that tipped the balance.
Very small tip, I'd say.
And that's all you can think of to say, isn't it, David? I don't even know what they're thinking of charging me with. Manslaughter. Murder.
Investigations often arrive at the truth, and in this case they will depend on it. Then you'll be charged with nothing. I don't believe it, Kate. I do.
I can't face up to another barrage of questions. The inquest took all my strength.
You weathered the inquest, so you'll weather...
A trial.
It won't come to a trial. All you have to do is keep your nerve, your self-control, so that you can answer any police interrogation clearly, and that will be that.
I've lost my self-control, David.
We'll help you get it back.
We?
I will.
But not Barbara.
Oh, Mr. Ross, I've decided to eat early. In fact, now.
Certainly. Table for how many?
One.
Mrs. Hunter, are you looking for your husband? If so, he's with Mrs. Hamilton.
Oh? In the dining room?
In her chalet.
I repeat, Barbara hasn't shown the same interest in your difficulties as Jill and myself because we knew you before they began. She didn't. She has a natural concern, of course, but not the same as ours. Couldn't have.
Her natural concern isn't for my difficulties, David, but the effect they're having on you. Her natural concern is for her marriage, and she must feel that I'm destroying it. You've got to tell me to go, David. Got to tell me to go. haven't got the courage to tell myself.